Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen. Today, okay. Awesome, ladies. So today we are going to be talking all about manifestation, energy of manifestation, setting an intention. I'm super, super excited. And then please let me know in the chat or like raise your hand if you have a question, because sometimes I cannot see from here. So we opened the space, we grounded ourselves. It's very important. I usually do this always in the morning to kind of, because whatever has attached to me during the day and things like that, and even could be past lives, we carry it. You can also do the opening the space around your business too. I know some people that do that. So you can imagine your business as like an kind of how you imagine yourself, and you can ground yourself. You can run the energy through. You can ask your higher self, your heart to go through your business. You can clear it. And then anything that's attached, because, people sometimes are envious. You get like eyes on your business or things always, especially if you're in the public, how we are, like with Michelle, like we talk a lot on Instagram and all that. So I've been starting to do that more often, and I see a difference to clearing your business as well with the same light and protection and putting all that and transmuting. And kids and pets also, you can do that. Okay. Awesome. So today is all about manifesting. So what is manifesting? It's kind of like, I love that topic because to me, I love magic. I was always reading fairy tales when I was growing up. So I really love the whole concept of magic and manifesting. And I have this quote here from Course of Miracles, and I love Marianne Williamson. She is one of the teachers that kind of talks about the Course of Miracles. She teaches it. And this quote, I read this 10 years ago and it really stuck with me. Miracles are natural. When they do not occur, something has gone wrong. So it's interesting because we know, I think deep down inside, we know it's true, but there's so many instances where it proves us wrong. But I feel like as humanity, all our fascination with like magic and miracles, we know that there's something to it. It's like, in your heart, but then when you don't see the results, you're wondering and you're self-doubting and all that. So I've had a few times in my life where I've manifested like crazy things there would be no way. I mean, it seemed crazy, and that I always would remember that quote. But pretty much when I think about manifesting, it's a thought. It starts with a thought process, right? It starts with a thought or a desire. And when you think about the thought or a desire, it's almost like if you think about energy, it's a dispersed energy, right? It's not a dense energy. So basically manifesting is taking something that it's in dispersed form, like a thought or a desire, and then moving that through aligned action into a 3D dense reality. Right. So I think about it, even like creating children is the same way. It starts with a desire, and then you see something in the 3D, creating a business, whatever you can think of. So that's how I see it. And so how can you go from a place where you have something that's a thought that doesn't exist, that's a very dispersed, into a 3D reality? What's the process? So this is something that I've drafted, and I've seen this like kind of like the general process of the manifestation, how it works. So the desire usually starts at the heart, right? Like this is something we really want. And I believe there is a reason why we have certain desires, right? Like I believe it is divinely guided, whatever is our mission, our purpose here on earth. I don't desire a lot of things. There are specific things I desire, and I feel like there is a reason for it. And I feel like as spiritual teachers and healers, we have those desires for a reason. But when you think of desire, it's kind of like nice to have. It's kind of like daydreaming, right? Like when you think about desire, you're like, oh, I wish I was teaching a course, and I thought that would be nice if I have a lot of followers. Then if you want to take that further, you make an intention. So when you think about energy, desire is dispersed. It lives in your heart. It's like green dispersed energy. It becomes an intention when you focus it like an arrow. So the energy changes from dispersed green energy, it becomes an arrow, an intention. And then you speak it, you declare it. And that's when it becomes more material, right? So it goes through your throat, and we're going to do an exercise, and then you declare it, and then it's like something, I am that. I am a spiritual teacher. I am successful. I am whatever it is, like, and the way to make it more dense. So when you think about it in your mind, it's less, when you think about the energy, like you're just thinking, oh, I'm a spiritual teacher, I'm successful. That's not as dense. When you say it, it's a lot more dense. The energy becomes more dense. I am a spiritual teacher. I am successful in my business. It has to be always in present tense. I declare that I am successful. And then when you write it, it's even more dense because then you're writing it and it becomes even more dense. And then from there, we're going to talk about how to take the aligned action through intuition to manifest that. And then what do you need? You need energy. You need also to clear like any barriers, trauma that kind of pull you back. So we're going to talk about the next step here, like in a little bit. But just for the purpose of this, think about something that's on your vision board. So we did the vision boards, and let's think about something that we have on the vision board that's important to us. Uh, for me, like, is like, I do want to be a successful spiritual teacher. And so I'm declaring that that's what I am. So like, we're going to close our eyes. Like if you guys know what's your thing that you want to be, like a public speaker or like a successful public speaker talking in front of millions of people and affecting and healing millions of people. So think about that desire you have and see how it lives in your heart. It's like a green energy, dispersed energy, kind of like, oh, I wish I was this speaker and I had all these people following me. I had all these people that I am affecting and I am changing their lives and I'm making a difference. Just think about it. Or I'm really successful and I have so much abundance in my business. It's like really nice. It's green. It's in your heart. It's a deep desire in your heart, but it's kind of like, it's not focused, right? Like, oh, I wish this, I wish that. Then think about that one thing you're manifesting. I am abundant. Money just comes to me easy, or whatever it is for you. And see the energy becoming more dense, like an arrow, and traveling from your heart. Like take it, like imagine this invisible hand taking the energy, making it dance and pointy like an arrow from the green energy in your heart, and moving it through your throat, and then say it out loud. I know you're on mute, you can say your own thing, whatever it is. I declare I'm abundant. I'm a spiritual teacher. I make a difference on millions of people in the world. I intend to make a profound difference. I am. And see how it feels in your throat. Does it feel uncomfortable? Sometimes when we speak something really big, it almost feels like something is choking our throat. Or I intend to have the best relationship, to have a healthy partnership with a loved one that's equal partner, and I am treated with respect, and we help each other grow. If it's feeling like you're saying not the truth or it feels uncomfortable in your throat, that means you need to do some more work on it. So just keep on like speaking it and saying it until it feels comfortable in your throat. And it becomes kind of like, yes, I am. In the beginning, when I did that, like I felt like something like really like was choking me, like I couldn't even say it. And then, yeah, keep on saying it. I am a successful public speaker. I have abundance. I'm affecting so many people. My business is flourishing. I'm helping so many people. Money is coming easily through my business. People are attracted to me. I'm helping them. People know about me. I'm spreading the word. So And then when you're ready, you can come back to center. Take a little bit of minute. Let me know in the chat, like, what did you guys discover? Was it easy to say it? Was it hard? Or you can unmute yourself and let me know.
I didn't necessarily feel any blocks, so I
Oh,
guess good. I mean, I was doing the soulmate for this one.
oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, there is like, I don't feel like blocks for that on you. Like, I just feel like there's a little bit of shift needs to be done in terms of
Yeah.
perception, but there is
Hmm.
nothing like major, like,
Hmm.
it's not a major. And then Victoria was easy to say. It is, as I say every morning. Oh, nice. Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you see the energy changing from dispersed more into like an arrow and like going up? That's awesome. Yeah. And also writing it too is like important to like as a declaration. So we repeat it and we write it and we repeat it and we write it to like set it as a something. But it's hard to say it in public. Yeah. I know. Yeah, so that's the thing. Maybe we
Yeah.
do an exercise where like, well, maybe we can do it. I don't know if you feel comfortable here, but if you want, you can unmute yourself and just say it. Like, oh, come on, you can say it.
Do it.
It's a small group,
We're
nobody's
safe
judging.
here.
Yeah, it's a safe group. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, I feel uncomfortable still. Even
It's-
I
Because
know
we can be your witness too.
and practicing it. Okay, do you want me to say?
yes, yes. I'm not gonna look. I'm closing my eyes. I'm just gonna hear it.
Okay. I am a powerful light worker and healer with gifts. I'm here to share with the world. Okay, I am
Yeah.
abundant spiritual teacher.
Yes, and you should say like I'm sharing my gifts and people are benefiting and energy is coming back to me and abundance is coming back to me and I'm able to affect
And I
people.
always, even with my doTERRA business, I always was struggling saying, and people keep saying, you have to speak because there's something in your voice. And I just, no, I mean, when I memorize presentation
Yeah.
completely, and I will say with passion, power, I activate people in the
Yes.
class. I'm talking now about doTERRA. Spiritual business is new to me. And then I feel so good, and people just on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, something to activate them. So, but in my spiritual business, I don't practice like you yet. This is what I would like to.
Yeah.
I am just practicing emotion code on family and some close friends. And I
Yeah.
never declare this, but I really want to.
Oh, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna clear you guys. If you give me permission, I'm gonna clear the throat a little bit.
Yes.
So
People who work like me always said that something in your throat is just blocked all the
that's
time.
why I think you're attracted to me because that's always been I've had since I was little, since I was a kid, I had like throat problems, always my throat hurt. I had my two tonsils removed, all this stuff. So it's and even when I got attuned in Reiki, that was my first like somebody touched my throat, I jumped like it. Yeah, so the throat is I feel is every healer because we were prosecuted so many
Me too.
lifetimes, you
So,
know. Oh.
yeah.
It's like we were prosecuted so many lifetimes for healing, for speaking the truth, whether we were burned at the stake or whatever happened. So now it's it's like it's something we want to do, but like somebody's choking you literally because you like to you speaking your truth is like literally they're gonna stone you and they're gonna kill you without because that's what happened. But the only thing is going through this is to speak because then we're gonna have to come again and relive another life that we're and so I don't want to do that. Let's just get
You're
through like
like,
this
enough
lifetime.
is enough.
Okay, I'm gonna do some energy healing on the heart, on the throat. So if you guys would just want to close your eyes and I'm sending a lot of love. I'm removing any blockages in the throat and the heart. It's connected. Any fear of speaking your truth, any fear of judgment, any fear you're going to be ostracized, you're going to be killed underneath that part of you. We're clearing all of that. And imagine all this white light coming straight towards you, straight towards your throat, enveloping it. And just feel the warm energy, healing. You're safe. You're powerful. It's safe to be you. It's safe to open up. It's safe to speak. And connect with your heart. Connect with the wisdom of your heart. And feel all the power inside your heart. Feel all that light, all that wisdom, all that love inside your heart. And imagine that love traveling up through your throat. Sending so much light, so much healing, so much love to the throat. And removing anything and everything that's blocking, any past lives, any memories of hurt, that is not true. And feel the rain of truth pouring down your heart and shining light on all those memories that are an illusion. See those memories for what it is. It's not true. All those things that happened to us in past lives, that were killed, that were prosecuted, it's not true. Doesn't exist. It's an illusion. See yourself being safe in this lifetime, being healed. Just keep on sending love and light to your throat and see all that wisdom coming out from your throat and touching all these people in the future. And as that wisdom, as that light from your throat goes and touches all these people, see every single person transform and healed. See your throat, your voice, your light coming from your throat. All that pain is being transmuted into love, into healing. And now it's touching all these people around the world. And as they're being touched, they transform and they can touch other people, and it's a ripple effect. And just keep on accepting this love, this healing, and keep on seeing your throat being healed. And see all your words coming easily, without shame, without judgment. And as they come out, see them as like these golden nuggets, hitting every single person that you meet and transforming their life. And see all that wisdom that's inside of you that you're hiding, you're holding, that wants to come out. It just wants to burst. It wants to affect every single person. And see yourself just like flying and sending all these words, and it comes with ease. And feel your throat warm. Feel the golden light going through like honey. Feel the honey energy inside of you, touching your tonsils, your throat, clearing everything. You feel your voice getting stronger and more powerful. Feel the courage coming from your root chakra, going up, going through your heart and hitting your voice, and see your voice just like, like you're singing. And you're in your power. As you're singing, you're affecting people. You're changing their lives. And seeing getting bigger and bigger as a ripple effect. And see the honey energy inside. It's transmuting, it's removing anything that doesn't serve you. It's healing you. And so it is. And see all your angels, all your spirit guides around you, cheering up and being like, yes, we've been waiting for this moment. You can do it. You can do it. You're on the right path. Just do it. You're safe, sending all that love. See all their wings around you, connecting you, like hugging you, and healing those throat cords. Removing any judgment, any fear of how people are going to perceive you, what you look like, and just focusing on the healing, on the ripple effect of all those things that are coming from your throat. And see all the angels around with the wings. Hear the singing. Imagine yourself singing. Mm. Let's thank all the angels, the spirit guides for being around us. And slowly come back to center.
Thank you. I'm going to listen to this every morning.
How are you guys feeling? Did you feel like, did you see it like clearing a little bit? And
Yeah.
touching all the people, I saw all these people being transformed by it.
I saw some of my past lives, like, and like the shock and trauma leaving and stuff. Yeah.
You
That's
saw
cool.
it? Ooh.
Yeah.
We need to do some shadow work on the throat. That could be its own like separate course. Shadow work, like meaning
Sure.
like all those past lifetimes that we were killed, the prosecution wound, connecting with them and explaining that it's okay to let go. And then showing them the future so they can understand that in this lifetime we're safe and we're not going to be killed. So, you know.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So process of manifesting, clearing the throat. Okay. What do you need for manifesting, right? So this is kind of the process. I've laid it out. Like this is my linear, my analytical mind. I need to have like a chart, a diagram. The first thing it starts with manifesting, it always starts with idea, desire, thought. And I do believe it's divinely guided, right? Like I've always been interested in spirituality. I've always wanted to be not always wanted to be a spiritual teacher, not until I figured out what I wanted. But deep down, that was always my desire. And I feel like there is a reason why we're being called. And it's not an easy path, right? But if you're being called, there is a reason for it. And I do believe it's divinely guided from your higher self. Um, and whatever it is that you want to manifest, right? It could be just you want to have a business, you want to, you want to help people through your business. Your business could be something different, not energy healing. Um, there is a path for everything. Then after the idea, you need energy. So that's the most important thing I think that we miss with manifesting is just like, let's say you're creating kids, right? Like you have the desire, but then you need all this energy to create the kid. I do believe it's the same thing with whatever we want to create, whether it's a business or a life path we want to manifest. We need all that energy to actually move that thought form from dispersed energy into a dense form energy. And that's how we manifest. But what drains our energy? Because we have things that we do during the day, even just the process of waking up, having breakfast and going with our job, or whatever it is we're doing, and then having dinner and taking care of our friends or whatever it is, that takes our energy. So at the end, anything that's surplus, we can use that towards our goals and manifesting. But if we don't have any surplus, no matter how much technique we're using, we're not going to be able to manifest. What are the things I see that takes your energy? I mean, especially in big cities, right? Like first, energy vampires. I think people, you guys know that, right? Like we spend time with maybe some of our friends that whoever you spend time with, and then after you spend time with, you feel depleted. I mean, Victoria knows that. And then it's like they take our energy. I feel like we all know that, but we don't know to what extent it affects us, right? Like, what if that friend that always complains or whatever actually is preventing you to manifest what you want to manifest, right? So it's, let's say you spend every day an hour with somebody on the phone that complains, and that's stopping you from focusing on your business. So what's more important, right? Is it like spending on the phone or is it focusing on your business? And the thing is, like, I used to do that a lot. And I'll have these people that kind of like, because whenever you have an interaction, right, there's always somebody that has higher energy, somebody that's lower energy. So depending on how you feel after you spend time with somebody, you can feel higher or lower. If you feel really depleted, that means you were somebody that was draining your energy. But if you have 10 of those people and you spend an hour with everybody, then you won't be able to do anything because all your energy was spent with them. Reality TV for me, like, I mean, we all know that scrolling on the phone, reality TV, If you shop too much, right, that's a distraction from what like you're trying to manifest. It takes away your energy. Gossip, like celebrity gossip, those are all kind of like minor. Also, I would say food, alcohol, um, anything that's addictive, that doesn't feel good in your body, it's also drains your energy. The biggest ones, though, that it's hardest to get rid of, I would say, is a relationship that's not aligned, because that would take a lot of your energy, and a job that's not aligned. So when I was in corporate, like, right, I would have free time. It's like I didn't work that much. I would do my job really fast, but then I would be so drained. I won't be able to, like, it was really hard for me to work on my business. So it's just, I feel like those are the main ones. And it's the hardest to like kind of, um, uh, yeah. So Victoria, my older son, is my energetic vampire. I want to heal him and things got better, but it doesn't work much. Family is, and that's the thing with family, you know, if it's your son or your family, we cannot really distance ourselves completely because it's our family. But what we can do is a little bit limit the interaction, and so we can focus and we get the things that we want, so we get in a higher plane, right? And I feel like, and I have that with my family too. I have, you know, I feel every healer has somebody in their family that they were not able to heal, and they constantly heal throughout their life, right? But it's like when I work on myself, I see that every time I've worked on myself, my brother gets better and my father gets better, because we're all connected. So it's like maybe sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not paying attention to them, it's not fair. But if you focus that energy on you and you get better, they would feel it, right? So it's like, it's not selfish to focus the energy on you, because we're all connected. And I've done so much work on myself, and my brother, like, he has a disability. All the work I've done on myself, I see it, he has improved at like the same, even though I have not spent it on him, I spent it on me, but we're connected. So it's all the same. So that's something important. That's what I found. Like I've recently started working with energy. Before I would read all the books and I would try to manifest, but then my energy is being drained by all these other things. So of course I cannot manifest anything, right? Doesn't matter what kind of technique I'm using. Yeah, and your son has improved a lot. That's awesome. Great. So that's the first, right? So first we have to have the desire, then we have to have an available surplus energy that we can work with to manifest whatever we need to. And what are the things that give us energy, right? So we can get, for me, nature, swimming in nature, that's why I do the retreats. That gives me tremendous energy. So anytime I feel like, okay, I've worked with somebody or my energy is low or whatever, I go in the water and I get the energy back. That's my way to do it. And I feel everybody, like, you know, walk in nature, um, nature, time, ocean, Victoria. Yes, those are the things that give us energy. So it's like almost like we have to see what, because we're gonna have to give energy somehow. I mean, you know, there will be a little bit of TV maybe or gossip. It's normal, right? But if you want to manifest something big, I would say try to get more energy, because you're going to need that surplus. So it's almost like setting an intention. And then the other thing what you can do is you can do an ascesis. In Bulgarian, it's kind of like post. It's giving up something. We do that around Christian holidays. You give up something. Let's say something that's coffee is really hard for me to give up. So I could tell the universe, okay, for this month, I'm going to give up coffee. You give me energy to manifest this thing that's very important to me. And then, or I give up meat. And meat is not that hard for me because I barely eat meat, but like something that's important to you, or I give up reality TV or Netflix for a month. And with that energy, extra energy, I want to manifest now this successful part of my business that I want. And that's like works like super fast, I've seen. So that's something also you can do. And set an intention. You can even think about something on the vision board that you want and be like, okay, from now on, I'm gonna maybe limit contact with these people, and I'm gonna give up this one thing for 3 weeks and declare it to the universe and ask. The other thing that's blocking us, right? It's our belief system, subconscious belief system. That's, you guys know that. Things that we learn in childhood, inner child healing. Let's say we believe that I don't know, we cannot make money doing spiritual work, or love is hard to find, or whatever is our belief. Or I think as Eastern Europe, we all have this container we're only comfortable with a certain amount of money, right? Like I've never grew up with having like people that are super successful around me. So for me, my container is like, oh, it's just survival, right? Like I survive and that's what I'm comfortable accepting. So increasing your container, your capacity to receive whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whether it's money or abundance, energy. And then after we do change the belief system, we free up energy, we have the desire, then we take an aligned action, right? Aligned action, it's very interesting, right? Because sometimes there's just so many different ways you can get to whatever you're trying to get to. But if you're listening to your intuition, you know, I mean, we're all sensitive, we're all healers. We know when we're on the right path, and we know when it's aligned action because there's flow, there's ease, there's synchronicities, things just come one after the other. And that I think is so important because you can waste your time trying to do 20 different things that don't work, but you can do that one thing that's going to get you faster to the result. And it's all about that. And so for me, aligned action is connecting with higher self, connecting with your intuition, your guides, your team, however you connect to higher self, and following that so you can get to that result. And usually for like the way I test it for me is think about something. Like, let's say you want to double your business or you want to start your business, and think about one action that you want to do and feel it in your heart. Does that action feel expanded or does it feel contracted? If it feels expanded, it's aligned action. If it feels contracted, it's wrong. But it's also like you have to be careful. Is it a fear that's talking, or you really tapped into your intuition to see? But usually expanded is a yes, contracted is a no. And then watch the signs, right? Like when you're on a path and you're trying to do something, if it comes easy, if things are aligned, I mean, you guys know that, right? But that's the right way. If everything just starts going wrong, then maybe it's not exactly the right way to go to something, you know? And then after we do the aligned action, then that idea now is a material thing. So we move from dispersed energy into material energy. And that's, to me, is like the process. But on the way of the process, these are the things you need. You need energy, belief systems, opening up your container to receive, aligned action, connecting with your intuition, and then being open to receive, being open to accept that. Because a lot of times, like we have this resistant field around us of what we're comfortable with. And let's say the money comes or the guy comes, whatever, and then we push it because we're like, I don't deserve this. So that's, again, we belief system and subconscious belief system. So this is something I've used. I did manifest. One of the things I manifested was a green card when I first came to the States. Well, not first, but like a while back. And I've manifested some jobs and things like that. But this is kind of like what I've used. So first, I had to like go into inner child healing, self-love, just to even stand up for myself and to say, okay, you deserve this, you can go for it. I feel like that's always the first step, is to love yourself. Because if you don't feel you're worthy, if you don't feel like you want to fight for yourself, you're not going to even do any of the other things. So that's, for me, is always starting with inner child healing, trauma healing, loving yourself. Then the second step I've done is seeing the situation from a different angle. And I did that like when I was changing business careers. So I was always in finance, but then I was like, well, maybe there's a different way to do this. Because up until that point, I was like, you only make money working in corporate finance. There is no other way for you to survive. And a lot of times we are so set in our life that there's just things that are a certain way. And it takes you to literally step out of it and you see yourself from a different angle and be like, oh, maybe there's just so many other possibilities. Maybe I can be a public speaker. Maybe I can be a hero. I don't have to be always a corporate finance person to survive, right? There's different ways. And then you change your perception, you change your reality. The next one I see a lot that was important for me was heal and forgive. So doing a lot of healing with like parents, past life healings, partners, past partners, releasing and forgiving. And then there comes a period where you let it go, let it happen, where you literally release it to the universe. You don't have that much attachment, but you also believe. So it's almost like you're letting it go and you also believe at the same time, and then you manifest. So I've made a little diagram here of why we keep on going back. A lot of times we keep like we're stuck, right? So we have here our desired reality, but in the past we have some experience that was really hurtful, whether this lifetime or past lifetime. Let's say you have this desired reality to be a spiritual teacher, successful and impact people. But then in the past, you were killed for speaking your truth. Or I don't know, as a little kid, you know, your parents yelled at you or something happened, right? Like you believe you're not lovable, you have a lot of trauma. So you go towards the desired reality, but then there's this tension and your unconscious belief that that unwanted experience is almost pulling you back because you want to be safe. And in order to resolve that tension, you kind of go back. So it's almost like you go towards the desired reality and your old wounds. So these are the things I feel are keeping us stuck, right? Old wounds, karmic patterns, fear of change, and beliefs, right? Whether it's in this lifetime or past lifetime. So it's almost like that's why it's kind of like pulling a string, right? A lot of times I believe in manifesting, like you feel like you go 2 steps and you go back 3 steps. You go 2 steps and you go back 3 steps, because I feel the most important thing is to cure the root cause. If you don't cure that unconscious belief, unwanted experience, trauma that's sitting, right, like whether it's in the throat or in the heart or fear, it's going to constantly keep us pulling us back. So no matter like how much we go forward, it is going to keep us back. So I feel like it's so important to go to the core wound. And then you can build on different techniques of manifesting, right? Like we're going to do one technique right now in a little bit. But if you don't do the core wounds, it's just gonna keep on pulling you back like an elastic, going back to your core wound to resolve the tension, right? And then healing and forgiving all the trauma and releasing, letting it go. But I feel like seeing the situation from a different angle is also so important, because unless we're flexible, like I've had to change my belief system maybe like 10 times in my lifetime completely, right? Like I went from one belief system, believing in something, to completely different. And I feel that's what helped me survive and evolve, right? But if you imagine if you're like stuck in only one way of seeing the world in your belief system and you never want to change, then your life is pretty much, it will be really hard for your life, right? So I feel like that's the most, if one thing is important, that's I feel is the most important, because that's how we learn and we grow. And we have to be very flexible to just with the different things that come to us, right? So, but we need to practice. Practice is the most important. So this is all theory. I hope it makes sense. Let me know if you guys have any questions. But now we're going to do an actual meditation, and we're going to do a quantum jump meditation. I don't know if you ladies have heard about quantum jumping at all or not. Let me know in the chat. Okay, Michelle is saying very similar to theta healing. Yes. No, Victoria that hasn't heard about quantum jumping. Okay. So I will tell you about quantum jumping, what I know. I love that technique. The person that I've studied from is Bert Goldman. He passed away, but he was a hypnotherapist. And the idea of quantum jump, it's kind of aligns with quantum physics, right? The idea is that there is, if the multiverse, if the universe has all these multiverses that exist within the universe, then there is all these potentials and different lifetimes that you could be simultaneously living right now. So let's say, just to simplify it, right? You were 18 years old, you went to a party. And at that party, they wanted you to pay $20 for entrance fee. But you were like, I don't want to pay $20. I'm going to go back to another party. I'm going to go back home. But if you paid the $20 and went to that party, then maybe you met your spouse, and then they helped you create your business. And now you're living this amazing life and you're teaching your business. You have a loving partner and you're like super successful. So that version of you exists, right? But at the same time, maybe you went home and right now you're living the lower the lower version of the reality. You're at home and you never met your spouse, you never became successful. But the other version of you, if we believe there is different multiverses, right, and everything is possible and living in the same reality, that version of you exists at the same time. So from the practical point of view, what I like about quantum jumping is what we are doing is we take ourselves in our current reality the way we are, and we go into that other reality where it's your highest potential exists, and we merge with ourselves that exist in that reality. We merge with that person that speaks freely, that's successful, all those things we want to do, and we embody their qualities, right? We embody their qualities, and then when we're ready, we go back into our reality, right? We go back into our reality, but upgraded with all those abilities, healing codes of that ideal version of ourselves that exists in that alternate reality at the same time right now. I know it sounds kind of crazy and like out there, but quantum physics people that are scientists are confirming that there are different multiverses. Everything happens at the same time. So it's not really out there and crazy. But for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to take this. And so sometimes, I don't know if you notice some people, like you can quantum jump and don't even come back into our reality. Like, so you're just kind of, you see people dramatic shift or changes and they already like moved somewhere. But what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our current reality, but we're going to go back with upgraded frequencies of that version of ourselves. And the more we're doing it, the more we're merging with our idea self until eventually we align completely with the higher version of ourselves when we actually start living that life already, whatever is like more manifest. Sound good? Any questions? Let me know in the chat if you guys need to have some water before the meditation. Michelle is ready. Let's go. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So close your eyes. Go back into your body, feel your body. Breathing in, letting everything go. Any worries you may feel. Breathing in, letting everything go. And just feel your feet grounded, firmly on the ground. Imagine earth energy going from the bottom of your feet, clearing, healing, energizing all your cells, going up through your feet, going through your first chakra, your root chakra, clearing any fears, any worries of survival, how you're going to make it from this past lifetimes, going further up into your sacral chakra, removing any shame around sexuality, around creativity, around expression, your true feminine self, going further up into your solar plexus, removing any fears around not being worthy, not deserving. Imagine yourself expanding to receive. Imagine all that chakra being flooded with self-love. And imagine yourself getting bigger and bigger as a container, being ready to receive all the abundance that's yours to receive. Going further up to your belly, through your heart, and then see your heart. There's this emerald crystal inside your heart, getting bigger and brighter, emanating so much love, so much bright light. Going further up through your throat, clearing any, past lives, any hurts, any fear, any judgments. And then going up to your third eye, going further and further up, removing anything that's calcified in the third eye, clearing it. Imagine golden energy opening up through that and going further up through your crown, opening up gently your crown and getting your higher self slowly coming in. Removing, healing every single cell, opening up all your cells. And then go inside, go slowly, imagine all those energy coming in and settling into your heart. And imagine yourself, you're sitting on a throne inside your heart. And you look at your heart and you see all the intricacies of your heart. All those rooms maybe that you were being hurt in the past or in this lifetime. And you just look and observe. And then you imagine this green crystal, emerald crystal in the center of your heart that's turning. And as it's turning, it's clearing any and all wounds that exist in the heart. All those rooms that have been isolated, all those blockages you've created, everything is just bursting open with bright light from the emerald crystal that's in the center of your heart. It's clearing and healing. Clearing and healing. And inside your heart, just look all the way in the center of your heart and see your inner child, that part of you, that little girl that's so scared that lives there. She's really scared. And you walk towards her slowly. That's the part of you that has been through a lot in this life and past lives, carries all the wounds, fear of prosecution, all the times where you were not acknowledged, all the times maybe you did something wrong, all the times in this lifetime where you didn't feel enough, you didn't feel safe. And just slowly go towards her. Look into her eyes. And slowly ask her, can I please take your hands? And just gently go and take her hand. And say, I love you. I acknowledge you being part of me. Thank you for being part of me. I see you. And I'm sorry for all those lifetimes you've experienced pain, for all those lifetimes you didn't receive enough love, for all those lifetimes you didn't receive enough recognition, for all those lifetimes in this life when you didn't receive enough love. Can you please forgive me? Can you please let go? Thank you for being part of me. I love you. Thank you for being part of me. I love you. You don't have to worry about anything. I got you in this life. I have your back. I see you as being part of me. There is nothing to worry about. You're not going to experience any more trouble, any more pain, because I have you. I got your back. I will always protect you. I'll always be there for you. I love you. Please forgive me. Can you please let go? And I see you. Thank you for being part of me. I love. And you slowly take her by the hand and you put her inside your heart. And now she's part of you. And you talk to her. I'm going to show you this life, this ideal version that I live right now that we can have. We're going to visit it together. You're going to see all those beautiful things that are part of us, that are our destiny that we can have. And I ask you to please accept it. And you take her by the hand. And you slowly walk through that ladder. From your heart, you walk. There is beautiful crystals around you. You keep on walking. You walk. And at the end of the road, there is a door. There is a golden door. And on the other side of this door, there is this different reality where the ideal version of you exists right now at this time. When you open the door, you're going to see her. That's the part of you. That's the ideal version of you that has your dream life. She's doing all the things you want to do. She has all the abundance you're dreaming of. She has the perfect relationship you want. She's traveling the world. She's confident. She speaks with ease. She has this gold flow around her. And when you open the door, you're going to see her. You're going to see her life. You're going to see where she lives. You're going to see all the people that are around. And she's going to give you a gift. So when we're ready, we let go. Before we open the door, we let go. We feel all those old belief systems, all that heaviness, all that should, all that now. You just feel all of that slowly being removed, falling away from you as light clouds. And you're just like getting lighter and lighter. You're getting lighter and lighter. And when you're ready, you slowly put your hand on the door. I'm going to count to 3. When I count to 3, you're going to open the door. You're going to be in that alternate reality, that version of you that exists, the ideal self, the ideal version of you that exists in this lifetime. 1, you put your hand on the door. 2, you squeeze the doorknob. 3, you open the door. You're on the other side. You slowly walk through the portal and you look around and you see all these golden lights around you. And then a little bit further away from you, you see the ideal version of you. She looks like you, but a little different. Maybe her hair is more shiny. Maybe her eyes are brighter. Maybe she's smiling more. Maybe she's like a little bit thinner. Maybe she wears slightly different clothes. And she's walking around. And there's this air about her. There's this ease. There's this flow. And you feel the flow of the universe is flowing through her. Things are just so easy. Everything is so easy because she's in the highest path, the ultimate path of herself, of the universe. And you just feel how things come easy. There is no hard work. Opportunities flow. Abundance flows. And you just observe her. Just observe her for a little bit. What is she doing? Maybe, where does she live? Look at the house where she lives. Does she have a view of maybe nature, ocean? She's walking around her house. She's walking around her room. And then she sits down and she starts with her day. What does her day look like? What does she do? Is she speaking to people? Is she teaching courses? Is she healing people? And how does she behave? How does she speak? How does she affect other people? Just observe her. And maybe see who's around her. Is there a partner around her? Family, kids, pets? Just observe. What does she eat during the day? What does she drink? Does she work out? What's her day like? Is she happy? You see her smile. You see her so bright. And how does she act with people? How does she interact with people? Just feel the energy. Is she confident? Is there something easy about her? Just keep on observing. Really feel the energy. Just observe. And when you're ready, slowly turn towards her. and see her kind of stepping a little bit away from her life and facing you. See her facing you. So you're looking face to face with the ideal version of yourself. And she smiles, and you smile, and you feel safe, and you slowly start walking towards her. And she smiles at you, she opens her arms, and you walk towards her. As you come closer, she tells you, I'm ready to give you a gift. Are you ready to receive? Say yes. If anything is blocking you, just drop it. Drop something heavy that's blocking you and just open your heart, receive the gift. And she slowly takes you by the hands, and you feel that bright light coming from her heart. All those light codes, all those energies are opening from her heart and merging into your heart. And as she's giving you those gifts through the hands, through the heart, you feel all your cells rejuvenating, opening up with green, bright light, healing, activating. And she slowly dissipates, these codes, and you feel her merging with you. You feel all your cells opening up with those new light codes, activations, healing frequencies. You feel your throat activating, opening up, being able to speak up. You feel all your body tingling with these sensations. You feel your DNA upgrading with these new codes, with these new frequencies of this energy that's yours, that's always been yours. You just have to open to accept, to receive. You feel your heart opening up with all this bright light, with all these energies, healing and clearing. And you feel yourself being stretched and stretched as you receive all this abundance that's yours. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable. You feel your arms opening up to your horizontal. You feel your head stretching to the vertical, and you just receive. You receive all these codes. You feel all your DNA upgrading, opening up, clearing, healing. And you feel that version of yourself now merged with you completely. You absorb all the energy. You feel it inside of you. You open yourself up to receive. All your organs, your kidneys, your heart, your liver, your nervous system, everything is being recalibrated. Everything is being transmuted with this new energy, with this new light. And it just feels like a white light washing slowly around you. As it's washing slowly around you, it is changing the frequencies and the DNA. And you feel little twists and tweaks as things are moving and they're aligning with the highest version of you. And you accept all her gifts, all her abilities, her attitude, her energy. And now universal energy can flow easy through you. There is no trauma, there is no blockages. You can run through universal energy. You can access your intuition. You can go with aligned actions. You don't have any trauma pulling you back. Now you completely align with the new version of yourself. And we're ready to bring all those to your current reality. And when you're ready, you slowly walk towards the door. You thank your ideal self. And now you're ready to open the door. When you open the door, you're going to go back to your current reality. It's going to feel a little heavy, but you're going to bring all those light codes from that alternate universe, from the ideal self, the ideal version of you. And you're going to transmute anything that's heavy, that doesn't serve you in your current reality. You're going to feel it dropping. You're feeling slowly being removed because the light you're bringing from that energy is so bright that it transmutes and removes anything that's too heavy. So when you're ready, slowly walk towards the door. One, you walk further towards the door. You put your hand on the door. Two, and then when you press the door, you're gonna end up in the current reality. Three, you slowly feel yourself going down, 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 traveling down to the 3D, traveling down into your current reality. feeling into your body, but now you have this new energy, this new codes, these new frequencies, this new way of thought you brought, this new alternative way of seeing reality, and you see yourself completely different. And you ask for guidance. You ask, what is the most aligned action I can take today? What is one thing I need to change? What is something heavy that I need to drop in my current reality? And you just sit with it and you get the answers. You feel it. And you ask for more guidance. And you know that today, this week, this month, you're going to have these healing frequencies, this healing energy into your body that are going to guide you. And maybe some heavy things are going to fall from your life. You're going to release. And you have this new embodiment, this bravery, this ability to speak up, this newfound courage from your ideal self that you're bringing. And you're going to incorporate that into your daily activity, being the magnificent version of you that you are. And we're thanking our ideal self, our angels for guiding us, and slowly coming back to the body, feeling your feet, feeling your arms, just stretching a little bit, have a little bit of water. And I'm gonna stop the sharing so you guys can tell me if you want to share something and talk, speak, like how is the experience? But take your time, go back to center. How was it?
It's good, yeah. It's more like energetic for me. I just felt like a star, like a just the energy of a star, you know?
Oh, nice. Did you feel like your DNA a little bit changed, like inside of you, some and new energies coming through?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, this is cool. Like I do this, like I try to do it once a week, or and you can
Mm.
tell the difference. And then you would get like different aligned actions, like every time. And most of the things that are heavy in our life, we know what it is. We just don't want to give it up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I keep getting like that. I have to write. I keep like sidestepping that, but I'm supposed to write. I don't know what I'm supposed to write. I'm supposed to write, just like sit there and write stuff.
yeah. Well, it just start. I think I with Substack, that's like sometimes like I go and I start writing and it just comes. I don't even know what is gonna
Yeah,
come. You know, I start writing.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Did you get any intuition, Victoria? Like what's the next step or like some guidance? Oh, you're on mute. Oh.
I was sitting there. Oh, no, I don't know. It was some girls around me, four or six of them. They absolutely was like, no, shining, and I was shining, and I was teaching them something. Then we meditated. No, I was teaching them something. It was
Yeah.
six four girls around. It
Oh,
felt
nice.
absolutely amazing in a room. Nice.
Oh,
That's going to be.
so
Yeah,
happy.
lot of like expansion energy. Like I remember hair, like beautiful hair, like the like this.
That's
And
what I saw. I saw some like hair like floating around. I'm like, oh my God.
no, it's a good feeling, but I will do it every week. But I didn't catch what my another aligned action needs to be. No, probably I need to listen again,
Mhm.
maybe myself, just completely. But
Or maybe nothing. Maybe you just need to be and embody that for a little bit.
oh, a lot of like Oh, actually, it is something told me a lot of self-love.
Mhm.
Just stop trying to heal
Yeah.
everyone first. Just a
Yeah.
lot of self-love, something like that.
Mm.
In my perception, it's something I don't put myself first. I am getting much better at that,
Yeah.
but still I'm focused on family. That they will be good, my boys, my no
Yeah.
husband, and me. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's me too. Yeah.
yeah.
That's every healer, every woman and every healer too, I think.
Yeah, some guidance to drop them. And no, I mean, they're okay. Just feel on yourself. And today you also said that when you focus more on your healing and energy and everything, they will feel better. Oh, that was a good switch for me.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I believe it truth resonated true. When I will,
Mhm.
instead of doing a lot of emotion got exhausting myself, I could just drop it and go to the forest hugging trees because after forest or see that waterfall, I feel so high and my energy, my family will
Yes.
feel
Yeah.
because I did not
Yeah.
do it. That
Yeah.
was switch.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's the Hawaiian healing Ho'oponopono. I think I talked in the first one. First, yeah, it's like so this Dr. Hugh Len, who is a Hawaiian doctor, they put him in charge of this mental ward with filled with mentally ill patients, and he didn't do any work on them. All he did is Ho'oponopono on himself. So and basically the belief in Ho'oponopono is when you heal the part of you that's causing for you to experience that reality changes as well. So all he did was take the picture of this person that's the mentally ill person, and he would look at the picture and he would tell to himself, "I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you." To a part of him, and every time he would look at different picture of the people and people got better, but he never did session with them. He only did Ho'oponopono on himself, and that way he healed that part of him that's causing this reality to be like that for him.
So I have really question about that. I think I finally get it. So basically, like for example, I don't no, I look at my son picture, for example, right? I don't say like Alex, I'm sorry, please
Yeah.
forgive. I don't say okay, I see picture, then what I say? I say to a part of me. Okay.
Yes, that part of you that's having this experience. So you're healing the part of you. You cannot really, the thing is, like, I believe we cannot really heal anybody else. We can
Yeah.
only heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, that part, because we're all connected, we do heal the other person too, especially if they're in our field. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if we're experiencing something, let's say I sometimes I attract partners that are not like, that like have trauma because I have trauma. So if I heal the part of me that has the trauma, I stop
Mm.
attracting those partners. Or if I have a family member that has some kind of illness, if I heal that part of me that's causing the trauma, then they are healed as well. But I cannot heal them. I can only heal the part of me that's causing me to have that experience.
So, but how you say? You just say,
You imagine yourself like we did the inner child healing. You see that part of you, like the little girl, whatever, that's your subconscious that's holding that trauma. So
I
you
see.
see that part of you, and like, like little girl, you take her by the hands, that part of you, and you say, I see you. I'm sorry for everything you've been through. Please let go. You ask that part of you to please let go, but you're focusing on that person you want to heal. So you ask, can you please let go? I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I see you as being part of me. I acknowledge you, because there is something inside of us that's causing all of our experiences. And the Hawaiians, they call it the unihili. That's the subconscious mind, but it's also your inner child. It's like, to visualize it, to make it easier, you can see it as inner child, but it's your subconscious. It's everything you've been through from the beginning of time, all your part, like everything, it's causing you to have that experience. So when you're healing that part of you, you're healing everything else around you.
Okay, then one more question. Got it. I finally got it how to do it.
Yeah.
One question. Can I say on behalf of my son Alex, I am
Yeah.
sorry, please forgive.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Can I say on behalf of my son
Yeah.
Alex what I do? Then I
So
heal.
so you set an intention to heal that part of you that's causing this experience in Alex, whatever he's like. So you said, like, let's say he's going through.
Myself. It's still myself. Even if I
Yes.
say on behalf of my son,
Yeah, yeah, it's still your healing because we don't have authority. Like, even let's say we do healing energy or whatever, like we're facilitating energy to come through to heal that person, but healing is happening, that person is doing the healing, but we're just facilitating. So we can only control ourselves, right? Like whatever's happening in us. And through that, we're affecting the other person because we become so like bright that anything that's in our presence is bright as well. But you can focus the intention to heal whatever is inside of him. That's your intention, to heal him, but you're actually healing yourself, that part of you that's causing him to have that experience. So your intention is for him to get healed, but you're working on yourself. Yeah.
There's a way to, I gotta drop off. I'm so sorry. But I think there's a way also you can still talk to their higher self.
Yes, that's
Uh,
true too.
it's not like to heal their higher, but you can talk to it and figure out what the issues are or whatever from the higher perspective. But, bye, thank you.
Bye, bye.
I'll catch the
Okay.
replay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're almost, hold on, we have another slide. Okay. Yeah, we have one more slide and then we're closing the circle. So this is important too. So whenever we have like we don't have enough energy, right? Like we're depleted or whatever, we can use external source energy to do manifestation faster and easier. So what does that mean? We can ask, and we're going to do one technique real quick. It's not going to be a long technique. We can ask higher self, source, the sun, to help us, give us more energy so we can manifest that desire we want to do. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is it's a technique. I learned this technique from one of my teachers, is we're going to think about something we want to manifest. Let's say, think about healing your son in like 3 months completely. So you think about whatever is that intention, and you put it somewhere in the future. You imagine that thing is done in 3 months, I'm going to have a completely successful business. And it's almost like you put a little like golf court in 3 months, let's say end of June, I'm going to manifest this. And you put that intention there. And then you're gonna think about that intention. You're gonna make it denser. You're gonna see it in your mind. When you first see it, it's only a thought, but then you're gonna keep on multiplying it to make it more and more dense. So let's say you see your business super successful, and you put another layer of thought. You put another layer of thought until that thing becomes dense. You see it in your mind like really dense. So you multiply it until it becomes dense, and it's sitting in the future, 3 months from now. And then you put an energy of light, an energy of ball between your hands, and you magnify that. And you ask your higher self, the sun, your spirit team, to give you more energy in your hand so you can charge that ball. You charge that ball. And sometimes I don't have enough energy myself, but I'm like, I live in Hawaii. I ask the sun to give me more energy. I ask higher self to give me more energy. I ask spirit. And then when that ball is really strong, you take it and you hit, like almost you're playing the bowling, you hit, and you imagine that the manifestation 3 months from now, and you hit that manifestation with that ball. If you have enough energy for the ball to travel and hit it, that means you're going to manifest. You have enough to manifest. If the ball goes and stops right in front of it and it doesn't hit the target, that means you don't have enough energy to manifest whatever you're thinking of. So you need more help from guides and spirit guides and whatever. So is that clear? We're gonna do the exercise. Is it good? Like, let me know in the chat if question. Yeah, good. Okay. So we're gonna close our eyes. So this is how it works. You think about that thing you want to manifest. You put it somewhere in the future, 3 months from now, as like a little golf club. You put it sitting there 3 months from now. You put your hands around the energy, you charge the energy. If you don't have enough energy, ask higher self, ask the sun, ask your spirit guides to please give you more energy. You charge a ball of energy. And you imagine that thing in the future, you multiply it. You think about it once, you put another layer, you multiply it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times. And when it's dense, when you really see it in your third eye, you take the bow and you hit it. Okay, so let's start. So slowly get back into your body, ground yourself, get into your heart. Feel all this light coming from your heart. And put your hands together. Feel the energy between your hands. That's your manifestation energy, your intention. And ask Source, the sun, to transmute more energy on your hands. Ask your higher self to give you more energy, or your guides, and feel, let's say your higher self, feel their arms on top of your arms. Feel the sun energy on top of your arms. And as you're creating that energy between your hands, it's charging more and more and more. And then think about that one thing you want to manifest, that one wish you want to manifest. And set a specific time when that thing is going to manifest. Maybe like in 3 months, in a month, in a year, whatever is you think is the time frame. Just think about the time. And just see your wish at that time pinned, like you pin it, like you put a little pin on that time frame. And think about that wish again. Multiply it. Think about whatever you want to, whatever is you're imagining, and you multiply it. Like you make a copy of it in your mind. And then again, think about it and make another copy of it. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. Until that wish becomes really dense. You see it really dense. The thought pattern is really dense. If it's not dense, multiply it one more time. See it again. And you take that copy and you put it on top of the original and it becomes dense. You really see it in your mind, it's dense. When you feel it's ready, then just feel the ball of light within between your hands. That's your energy. You're going to hit your target with it. And then if you don't feel like you have enough energy to accomplish that goal, ask the sun, the central sun, to give you more energy, and feel that sun energy around your hands. Feel them being charged. Ask your higher self to give you more energy. Feel the energy around your hands. Your team, your spirit guides to give you more energy, your ancestors. You can ask different planets, whatever is your planet, Mercury or Venus. Just feel your hands really bubbling with energy. You're holding the energy bone. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. Everybody is supporting. Everybody's giving you energy. It's getting bigger and brighter. It's almost burning your fingers. It's so hot. When you're ready, slowly take a breath and imagine that ball of light, almost like you're playing bowling. You take it and you aim it towards your future vision, your manifestation, and you throw it and you hit it. You hit it with all force and it hits the target. It hits wherever you pinned that intention. And it's manifested. You feel it manifested. Feel the feeling of what it feels like afterwards. It's just finished, whatever it is, maybe successful. And how do you feel afterwards? Get into that feeling of how you feel. Happy, elevated, relaxed, you've achieved your goal, you're feeling amazing. And you just feel all the goodness, the rewards. Slowly come back into your body. Feel your hands, feel your arms. Come back to center. And let me know in the chat or if you want to speak. How are you feeling? Were you able to hit the goal?
Yes, I was able to hit, and it just lights up, and I had 100% feeling that it's done.
Oh, yeah,
But
excited.
I put that goal in September. I think it will happen because I had such a 100% feeling it's done.
Oh my God.
First thing that it's done, and I'm just, oh, thank you, like full of gratitude. I was
Oh, awesome. Yeah, yes. Sometimes I try to like having that's the thing that blew my mind is being able to ask for help because a lot of times we don't have enough energy to do it, and that's okay. But if you ask the sun, if you ask your higher self, you ask your spirit guides, you have so much energy in your hands, you hit that thing like nothing. It's so like easy, but
Yes,
it's
it's
like
so
doing it over and over to feel, and then feeling what do you feel afterwards, how you feel after it's done.
oh my gosh, it's such an amazing exercise. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Awesome. So we're gonna close the circle, and that's our last exercise. But but we'll be in touch, and I'll send more emails, and we'll be in touch. So this is the last of the manifestation. We just want to get back into our body, feel the earth underneath us, ground ourselves, ask every healing energy to run through our body again, to ground us, to come back into reality, to come back into our body. We're thanking all the angels, our spirit guides, the sun, everybody that protected us, everybody that guided us through this meditation. We want to close the circle. We want to get into our own energy. So we feel like we're all holding hands. And with this, our intention is to release our hands and to go back into our energy, to remove ourselves from the common energy, to get back into our own energy, our own body, ground ourselves to earth, and be in the spirit animals. And we're sending a lot of gratitude for this course and for everybody that came. We send gratitude to ourselves for giving ourselves this time, for working on ourselves, bettering ourselves, and being of service of everyone in humanity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tanya.
Aloha. Yeah, I'll send the recording and then I'll send you guys link for reviews and we'll be in touch. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Have a good
forever.
day.
Bye. It was
Bye.
amazing.
Aloha. Aloha. Bye.
Bye.